And sitting with me right now is a man who is known not just in the Arizona world of music, but the world of music, Dan Zelisko of Dan Zelisko Presents. Let's just go right now. Your history of music goes back way back, which is so amazing.
Before you were born.
So this is great. When did you start with music?
74 was my first show, so 46 years the other day.
Wow.
Herbie Hancock was June 21st, 1974 downtown.
Man, that's amazing.
Symphony Hall.
So, and the stories you can tell, but the people that you've met, and you know how important music is, especially at this time. And I know you're wearing the James Brown shirt.
My guy.
Which is very great. You working with him, and then tell me, I didn't know Al Sharpton was his manager?
Well, when we had James play at Dooley's, Al was his road manager. So this is but of course Al doesn't call. There's no cell phone. He just shows up with James. Hey, I'm Reverend Al. Best friends forever.
That's awesome. Right now, we know the music industry, especially with concerts, has it has taken a big fall. And you had concerts all set up. I know you had, amazing groups coming in. Even the day that you got the word that we had to shut down. Who was supposed to perform?
John Fogerty was here in Scottsdale. Yeah, it's really tough on everybody. I mean, to go without these things that you live with, the fun parts of your life, this you eat, you wake up, you sleep, you go to concerts, you go to sporting events, or you march, you do what you got to do. We'll get back to it as soon as it's right, as soon as we can. But we had a whole great season set up, like one of my best years ever.
Yeah.
But it'll be back. I hope for the fall.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And I think it will be. But you're also here to tell people, I know people are kind of frustrated. They're wondering what to do with tickets they've already pre-purchased and everything.
Hang on. Everybody's hanging on to them. Because it's like you already went through whatever you had to go through to get a ticket. And you got your right seats at this point. You sit on them, right? We're going to have the shows. And everybody's doing that.
Yeah.
Almost every show except for one in Vegas, where it was on a holiday weekend, the ticket counts are still going up. People want to see shows.
Yeah.
They got to see their favorites.
They are.
And I'm so glad of that. It's one of those great things we look forward to.
So I want to play this video because I want to go down history lane with you. And history it is, because
Stings.
You and Sting and a young you there. And so how has it been, Judas Priest, working with all these different artists?
This is how we hang out. There's Shep and Steven and Alice. We don't go out and vacation together. We do shows.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. That's at the show in Tucson.
Yeah.
No, that's
Tucson.
There's Willie and Nils.
Yeah, and Nils. And Nils lives here, of course, with the
right down the street.
This is my favorite picture. I don't know if we can freeze it right here. I know it might move it on. Can we go back to that picture really quick? Is there any way, Michael?
They're so big.
Tell me about this right here.
That was out at, it was Desert Sky or Cricket at the time, and there's Ace, and that's Gene, and look how big Paul is. He's like 7 feet tall. And Peter Criss.
That is such a great picture to see. And you have a lot of history, and you eventually want to share that history with people, because I know you have a lot of memorabilia, you have a lot of stories, and so you can go to your website, Dan Zelisko Presents.
Every Monday, like today, I put out a free chapter of my forthcoming book called All Excess.
Yeah.
I figured during this hiatus that we've all been on, it's like, let's have a little concert noise instead of the shows themselves. So I've been putting that out, and I've been going through all my memorabilia, and I'm going to off it on. I'm going to give some money away to some scholarship type things or charities from that, and I also want to pay for 30 years of storage.
Okay, I know Roger Klein and the Peacemakers very well. You've been a big supporter of theirs for the longest. They have their big Circus Mexico coming up, which usually takes place down in Mexico, which is great and everything. But this year they're doing virtually. Is that kind of like where we're going to start seeing some of the concerts and stuff going?
Maybe for now. Look, everybody's doing what they got to do to be active and stay involved and be with their fan base and all that. Great for them. I think this is all going to be over before we know it, and we'll be back to having regular shows. But this is all opening up new ideas for everybody to connect with their audience. Good for them.
Okay. I know I got to wrap it up, but I got to ask this question because I got to tell this is very cool, is that sometimes, I talk with Dan, I'll give a call to him to ask him, hey, Danny, any concerts coming like this? And the best thing I hear is that, just a moment, and he might be with hold on, Sammy, no, it's in the back. Yeah, look in the back refrigerator. It's right back there, Sammy. And you're talking Sammy Hagar, though. Who is your most favorite, or I know Alice is your best friend or anything, but who's the greatest artist you've worked with or you love hanging with?
Well, I'll tell you what. At this point, I would say the guy that just passed recently, John Prine, he died from the COVID.
Yeah.
And he was my best friend, and I'll never forget him. We did more shows together than anybody I've ever done. In 12,000 shows, I did over 200 shows with John Prine.
That's awesome.
And he was my guy, and I always loved him the best.
Oh, all right, this is the deal, Danny. Since you're off a little bit, and I know you got a little traveling going on, this door is
I wish. I can't go anywhere, bro.
All right, this door is open to you to bring back some memorabilia that we can talk about.
Okay.
Because that's what we need right now in our life, is to talk about music, a little history and everything.
We're going through it right now.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so much great stuff being unearthed. It's incredible.
All right, well, thank you.
Treasure trove.
All right, thank you, Dan.